What's good, everybody? Today we are diving into some of the biggest conversation currently shaking up the dancehall scene. From Joshy's latest social media move that has fans questioning everything, to the growing anticipation surrounding major album releases, to heated debates involving some of the culture's most outspoken personalities. And trust me, some of these discussions have fans completely split down the middle. Know whether you are Team Gaza, Team Genocide, Team Vendetta, Team Alliance, or you are simply here because you love dancehall music, you are definitely going to want to hear all sides of these stories. Because by the end of this video, you might look at some of these situations very differently. Make sure you stay until the end because one of the final topics has people all across Jamaica sharing their experience and speaking from the art. So guys, Joshy posts create a storm online. One thing about dancehall fans, they notice everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything. A follow, an unfollow, a repost, a photo, a caption, even a song playing quietly in the background. Nothing escaped the eyes of dancehall supporters. That is why Josh's recent social media activity has become one of the hottest talking points online. At first glance, it looked like a normal post. Nothing too dramatic, nothing that seems controversial. But then fans started paying closer attention, and once they had noticed a certain detail, social media exploded. Comment sections immediately started filling up with opinions. Some people believe it was completely harmless, others felt there was more to the story. And before long, theories started spreading everywhere. Now, here is where things become interesting. Dancehall fans have a tendency to connect artists to specific camps and movements. Once fans place an artist into a particular category, every move that artist makes starts being analyzed. Every post become a clue. Every interaction becomes evidence. Every public appearance becomes something people attempt to decode. That is exactly what we are seeing right now. Some supporters are saying music is music. According to them, artists should be free to listen to whatever they want without fans turning every post into a conspiracy theory. And honestly, there is some truth to that. Artists are music fans too. They listen to different genres, they listen to different artists. Sometimes a good song is simply a good song, but others are not convinced. They are asking why fans should ignore details that seem significant. They are questioning whether there might be changes happening behind the scene. Could there be a new relationship forming? Could there be changes in alliance? Could people reading too much into things? Nobody really knows. But what we do know is that one simple post managed to dominate conversation across social media. And in today's music industry, attention is currency. Whether people support the move or criticize it, they are talking about it. And when people are talking, the artist remains relevant. That is something many entertainers understand very well. The real question now is whether this moment will disappear next week or become something that fans look back on later and say, remember when everybody thought it was nothing? Only time will tell. Let's be honest, no genre creates conversation quite like dancehall. You can release one song and start a debate. You can post one photo and create headlines. You can make one statement and have the entire internet discussing it for days. Part of what makes dancehall special is the passion of its supporters. Fans don't just listen to the music, they live the culture, they follow the artist, they know the history, they remember old rivalries, they remember whole collaboration, and because of that, youth often view current events through the lens of everything that happened before. That is why even small situations become major talking points. People remember previous interview, they remember old comments, they remember public disagreements. All of those things become part of the conversation. And that's exactly what we are seeing now. Whether you believe Joshy post means something or not, one thing is undeniable. People are paying attention, and right now, that's enough to keep the discussion alive. While social media was busy discussing artists and alliance, another conversation started gaining momentum. This time, it involves one Jamaica's most iconic musical creation, the legendary Hill Gully rhythm. For decades, this rhythm has remained part of Jamaican musical identity. Generations have grown up hearing it. Different artists have used it. Different versions have emerged, yet somehow it continues finding new life. Recently, the rhythm has once again become a major talking point. Younger listeners are discovering it, new audiences are embracing it, and with that renewed attention comes renewed question. Who deserve recognition? Who should benefit when classic sounds return to popularity? How do we perceive the history while allowing the music to evolve? These are not easy questions, but they are important questions because Jamaican music history is one of the country's greatest treasure. Every rhythm tells a story. Every recording represents a moment in time, and every generation has a responsibility to ensure those stories are not forgotten. That is why this conversation goes beyond music. It is about legacy, it is about respect, and it is about making sure the pioneers who helped shape the culture are remembered. As the rhythm continue attracting attention, expect this discussion to continue growing because when history and modern success collide, people naturally want answers. So guys, can Vybz Kartel deliver one of the biggest dancehall album in years? No, let's talk about what might be the biggest conversation in dancehall right now. Vybz Kartel. Whenever Kartel releases new music, the entire industry pay attention. Fans pay attention, artists pay attention, media platforms pay attention, everybody watches. And right now, anticipation surrounding his latest project is reaching another level. Supporters believe this release has the potential to become one of the most significant dancehall projects in recent memory. The excitement is not just coming from Jamaica, it is coming from fans across the Caribbean, across North America, across Europe, across Africa, and that's a reminder of how global dancehall has become. Many supporters believe Kartel has carefully positioned himself to maximize attention around the project. Others feel his reputation alone guarantees success. But no matter where you stand, there is one thing nobody can deny. Expectations are extremely high. The challenge now is turning anticipation into results. Can the project dominate streaming platforms? Can it generate chart success? Can it create songs that remain relevant months from now? Those are the questions fans are asking, and over the coming weeks, the answers will begin revealing themselves. But one thing is already clear, the dancehall world is watching very closely. Massicka next move could change everything. Now, while everybody is focused on Vybz Kartel and the excitement surrounding his latest project, there is another name that keeps coming up in dancehall conversation, and that name is Massicka. One thing you have to respect about Massicka is consistency. Whether you are a fan or not, you can't deny the work ethic. Over the years, he has managed to build one of the strongest fan base in dancehall without constantly depending on controversy. Instead, he has focused heavily on the music, and because of that, many supporters believe he has positioned himself to compete with anyone in the industry. Recently, more and more personalities within dancehall have been sharing their opinion about what they expect from Massicka's upcoming work. Some are making bold predictions. Others are suggesting that his next project could become one of the most important dancehall releases of the year. No, whenever people start making predictions like that, expectation naturally increase. Fans begin anticipating greatness, supporters start counting down. Critics begin preparing their reviews before the project even drops. That is just the reality of being a top tier artist. The higher you climb, the bigger the expectation become. But here is what makes this situation especially interesting. Dancehall is currently experiencing something we have not seen in a while. Several major artists are releasing music around the same period. That creates competition, and competition often brings out the best in artists. Nobody wants to release a project that gets overshadowed. Nobody wants to be forgotten when the conversation starts. Everybody wants to dominate headlines. Everybody wants to dominate playlists. Everybody wants to dominate streaming platforms. That's why many fans believe the next few months could become one of the most exciting periods for dancehall in recent years. Imagine multiple major artists competing for attention at the same time. Imagine fans debating whose project had the better production, whose lyrics were stronger, whose collaboration had the biggest impact, whose number performed better. These are the conversations that help keep the culture alive. And right now, Massicka is right in the middle of those conversations. Some supporters believe this could be his defining moment. Others feel he has already proven himself and simply needs to continue doing what he has been doing. Either way, the pressure is on. The spotlight is shining and fans are waiting. The question is simple. Can Massacre deliver a project that lives up to the hype? We will find out soon. Something else worth discussing is the influence of online personalities. Years ago, artists controlled most of the narratives. Today, that's no longer the case. Now, there are dozens of commentators, vloggers, streamers, and social media personalities sharing opinions every single day. Some people love them, others criticize them, but one thing nobody can deny is their influence. A single opinion can become a headline. A reaction video can generate thousands of discussion. A prediction can spread across multiple platforms within hours. And because of this, commentators have become major players in the dancehall ecosystem. What is interesting is how these personalities often shape public perception. Before some fans even hear a project for themselves, they would have already heard multiple opinions about it. Before an album drops, somebody has predicted whether it will succeed or fail. Before a controversy develops, somebody has already chosen a side. That level of influence is powerful, but it also comes with responsibility because audience are constantly trying to separate facts from opinion, and sometimes those lines become blurry. This is why debates involve commentators often become just as entertaining as the stories they are discussing. Fans don't just debate artists anymore, they debate the people talking about the artists. And that's a major shift in modern dancehall culture. Love them or hate them, commentators have become part of the entertainment itself. And judging by current trends, their influence is only growing. So, dancehall family, we have covered a lot today. Justice social media move, the Hill Gully discussion, the anticipation surrounding Vybz Kartel project, the confidence surrounding Massicka upcoming music, and the wider conversation taking place across Jamaica and social media. Now, I want to hear from you. Which topic do you think will have the biggest impact on dancehall moving forward? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so you never miss an update. Until next time, stay safe and stay blessed.